Draco time. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at E-flite's Micro Draco. This thing is extremely cool. Let's take it out of the box for you. All right, here's what you get. Now the screwdriver is mine, but because of the wingspan being a little bit bigger, it does come in two pieces. Technically, I guess it's not a UMX, it's a micro, but I view it as a UMX. Get the box out of the way. All right, so since the wing comes separate, you've got wire here that connects into the wing root, and then I've got the screw in here that we've got to take out. One thing I recommend actually is to make sure that the elevator and rudder servo connections are pushed in really well, because sometimes they're not. As a model, this thing is really cool. I love the size of it. So make sure that is in tight. This locks into place. Fits really well, and then you got the single screw in the back. Nice. All right, there we go. That front hatch comes off. You got the 3S 400 pack. It goes in here. There it goes. All right, and this goes pretty far forward. Goes on there like that. And we're ready to go. So as a model, this thing is extremely cool. As you saw, it goes together. It's just one screw, literally. You got to plug in the aileron and flap connection, but otherwise that's it. And you know, for me, I'll end up leaving it together. It's so small, you just throw it in the back of your car. But you know, in terms of how it flies, the model flies exceptionally well. It's surprising. It actually flies a little bit better, in my opinion, than the bigger one. It's more aerobatic, it's more nimble. Some of that has to do with the fact that it's smaller, and so the moments of inertia are much smaller, so you don't have to create as much force to counteract you know, all of that wingspan that you've got, etc. Rolls, loops, snap rolls, all that stuff, it does just fine. The other thing is that they've got the cool shock absorbing gear in here, which are functional. You got the coil spring. All right, so you've got, of course, the full house controls on here, aileron, elevator, rudder, but you also have the flaps too, and they work quite well. And I want to mention too, let me set this down, on the radio, you've got the switch for safe or the rate mode, and so that defaults up here. Now we've got just its standard rate mode, all the way forward is in safe mode. I've got it in rate mode because it's more fun that way. We could take off from this table.
Really?
Yeah, the problem is, well, we'd have to take off this way. All right, it's going off the table. All right, here we go. I wouldn't want to try and land it on the table. All right. Pretty breezy, but it handles the wind surprisingly well. I actually made the airplane in my backyard, which was quite a tight space, but it handled it like a champ. And it was pretty windy back there, and you know, with all the eddies and things coming off of the back of the house and stuff, it handled great. So I've got the flaps down now, and the flaps work quite well with the model. All right, let's bring those up. We'll do some aerobatics. We'll do a roll here. Yeah, it does kind of roll like the big one does. It's not super clean roll, but it'll do it. Snap roll. You know, like I said, it's generally more aerobatic than the bigger one. All right, we'll do a full throttle. So this is full speed right here. I do full speed down the runway, straight up in the vertical, hammerhead turn. Got a little bit of a breeze. Let's see how slow we can get it. the right amount of wind, it'll really slow down. There we go, 0 ground speed. There we go. Can we go backwards? We're going backwards a little bit. See how it does inverted. I'll do a loop first. How's that? Come around and do an inverted pass. It does inverted pretty easily. Don't have to coax it very hard. Yep, feels good in the inverted. Easy peasy. Maybe. This is, we'll make it a slow speed over the runway. How's that? All right, drop the flaps, come around and land. There we go. Want to carry a little bit of throttle in the landings, kind of fly it all the way down to the ground. All right, very cool. So let's talk about the controls real quick. So it's a gorgeous little airplane. The model flies extremely well. It handles adverse conditions surprisingly well. And so regarding the controls, I'm at high rates all around with 10% expo on all of the controls as well. And so that's actually per the manual. Those controls feel quite good. And so I do want to mention too that for the flaps, I have a 40% down elevator mix with the full flap setting. Otherwise the airplane will want to climb on you. And so that is necessary, but otherwise it's surprisingly responsive. It's more nimble than the bigger one. And so, yeah. Now with respect to the CG, we've got, you know, the battery in here. It's about as far forward as, you know, you can get. It could probably get a little further, but it doesn't need to go any further forward than that. With respect to the CG, they've got their main spar in here. And so if you just put your fingertips here on the main spar, and the airplane is more or less level, that's right where you want to be for the CG. Super nice little airplane. It looks extremely cool. The Draco is a very unique beast. Unfortunately, it's no longer in existence, but hopefully Mike Patey will end up building another one. But yeah, and so that is the Micro Draco. Super neat little model, flies good. Take it out to the park, have a good time. And so yeah, I've got links down in the description to everything for what I'm flying here. And so otherwise, if you'd like to see the current build that's on the bench, you can see that here. And until next time, I'll see you at the field.